Okay, hi everyone.
What's going on, guys?
So today we are a little bit all over the place, I guess. We're gonna show you a couple of different things. I got two different cuticle removers that I will be comparing on both hands, and then after this we will be doing a Light Elegance rebalance with the One Step pink gel. But first of all, let's just
Look how long these things are.
I know. Let's see how these ones are lasting.
Holy macaroni.
And I'm actually impressed. So last time we did, which was 2 weeks ago, we used young nails. And these nails are kind of problematic usually, but we really don't see much lifting. There is a slight amount of maybe lifting here, or this just could be a dry skin. Other than that, I'm impressed. Because I'm actually impressed, especially with the top coat, because usually those, I used this top coat by Young Nails, the finish, and I was kind of expecting it to go a little dull after a while, or to yellow, but the nails actually looked really nice and bright, no?
They still look really bright.
And at first, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't yellow at all.
No, because those top coats sometimes tend to yellow a little bit, but it didn't. Also, one thing to mention, they at first, you were saying they kind of felt a little weird, right?
Yeah, so they felt like they were, I guess like over-cured? Is that the
Not over-cured, under-cured, I guess.
Under-cured, yeah, sorry.
They felt rubbery or like...
Just odd, just really weird.
Yeah,
really weird.
That kind of went away quite quickly.
Yes.
All right, so two removers first. Okay, so overall, Young Nails, I would say,
they get the
it was
thumbs
good.
up.
The nails grew
I'm really
quite
happy
a bit.
with them. This is probably one of the products that have lasted the best. They still look really good.
And we used the base. We used their 2 coats of the protein bond base and a build, and then we shaped the nails. And I'm gonna link the video.
How long these are? Like,
I know.
Like, look at this.
So I'm gonna link the video to the original application.
Yeah, these are long, but they still look great. I'm really happy. So
we're gonna do 2 things. I don't have the original bottle, but this is the Cuticle Eliminator in this hand, and this is the Cuticle Away. And I'm just looking at the ingredients very quickly. The ingredients, where are they? Here. Sorry, water, butylene glycol, carbomer, sodium hydroxide, and aloe. Does it say hydroxide? Can you see it? Because if I can't see what it is.
water, butylene glycol. I don't know if I said that correctly. Carbomer? Carbomer?
Carbomer.
Carbomer. Okay.
And?
Sodium hydroxide.
Okay. So it has, which is kind of a soap.
Okay. And then aloe.
Yeah, and aloe vera. That's fine.
Barbarian something or other.
Barbarian. All right. So one thing that I kind of have to say, I wish they had this product in a smaller bottle.
What, you don't like them in the old school like glue bottles?
I don't know. It's just, I find it hard to kind of get the right opening. God. This is a brand new bottle. Oh my God. Did I even open it inside? Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Holy cow.
All right, so. And you know what, after I apply it, I'm gonna actually wipe this with alcohol just to keep things clean and nice.
Alcohol? So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this kind of thing. I would prefer it in kind of like a squeeze bottle like this, so you can see how much product you're...
Now, what was the other one that did that? Was it Blue Cross or...
No, Blue Cross was really...
I thought they had a similar bottle with like a similar end to it, where it came
I
out like
used...
that weird glue bottle end.
Yeah, you know what I used? I used... What?
I got stuff on my nails.
Okay. No, it was... an old oil bottle that I got from, I don't know, some company. Was the avocado oil, and then I would always put the cuticle remover in it.
No. This was actually like their like one of their packages. This wasn't one that you had transferred into something else.
I don't know.
Like I'm going back like 10, 12 years though.
Okay, so now, important part. Each remover is slightly chemically different, obviously, so it's important to read the labels, duh, and to figure out how long you're supposed to leave it on a nail. And according to that, adjust your kind of technique, because this one it says after about 1 minute, remove the excess tissue by gently pushing back with orange wood stick, wash hands with soap and warm water. So this is 1 minute. Some of them are a little bit longer. So normally what I would do is, for example, remove the nail polish of this hand and apply the cuticle remover, and then remove polish, apply the cuticle remover, push this one back, and then push this one back. So it's kind of developing technique depending, because you don't want to leave this for like 15 minutes.
Why not?
Because it actually softens. It's supposed to soften the skin, but it's actually very, very alkaline. So when you leave it on for too long, it can actually irritate the skin, and it can actually make it look drier than it was in the past reason. So this is just water. You know, it says that the clients should go and wash their hands. I'm kind of usually afraid of letting clients leave the desk, because you know what, once they leave, they don't come back for like 5 minutes, because then they realize, I'm just gonna leave this one on, that they have to check their phone, that they have to fix their makeup, and you know, perhaps
use the washroom.
Yeah, and then you don't see them for 5 minutes. So yeah, I prefer to just use water to kind of neutralize it and just wipe it. So this is the Cuticle Away by CND.
How's that?
I like it.
Wood pusher.
I'm actually liking it. I've been using it quite a bit lately. I kind of do it like almost like a little circles, as you can see, passing over the nail. Yeah, actually works quite well. Sometimes you will see, and I don't know what it is, if someone is a chemist here watching, maybe they can answer. Or maybe I should ask Doug, because he has this, oh guys, by the way, Face to Face with Doug Schoen. He has a video series. Doug has a, yeah, like it's like
you need to watch it.
You need to subscribe first of all, because it's paid information, but it's so worth it. It's like a $10 a month kind of a fee. But he answers questions.
Which, by the way, we actually pay. Just so you know, well, we actually pay the $10 a month to subscribe to Doug Schoen to learn the learnings.
Yes, and to support him and his teachings.
Yeah.
So, what was I going to say?
I don't know.
So yes, I'm going to ask Doug about that. Okay, but what am I going to ask Doug? Because sometimes, can you not cross your hands? People do that like automatically. Just
well, I'm just trying to keep my right hand out of the way.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing. Is like I'm moving it out of the shot. I'll put it on one.
And anyway, so I'm going to. Are we like too much all over the place? I feel sometimes.
Today I feel very scattered. I feel like we have no focus.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so. Sometimes you will see that when you are applying that cuticle remover, the skin turns like bright yellow.
Really?
Yeah, like in one area. And I think it's where people just did not wash their hands properly. So I guess we can see here that you washed your hands properly.
Yes, I did.
Because before I do any service, I ask the clients to wash their hands, because that's the requirement of the health department. That's their preference. You can actually use the alcohol-based cleanser, but they say if you have a visible, which people do, I don't know. I like when people wash their hands. They look at me funny, but whatever. I wash my hands too, obviously. So you know what?
They're touching things
and yeah. Yeah. So you know what, I would say I don't see a difference between both removers. I like them both. And
the good thing is they're both doing their jobs, so yeah. You know what, thumbs up.
And you know, I'm gonna actually provide a link to one of the first videos that we did. And you know how your skin was so much different before. Like it was kind of stuck to the nail, and this camera is just, yeah, and now it's really, really good. So, and I don't do any cutting, as you can see.
Yeah, but I'm also not chewing anymore.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So, and you're not even using oil or anything like that.
No.
So it's just these regular bi-weekly manicures and not chewing the skin. Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes you use the oil.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
But not like crazy.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it's not like I'm applying it multiple times a day. It'd be like, maybe once a day yeah. kind of thing. So.
Yeah, so it does make a difference. And yeah. And you know, for example, I noticed too, I was doing a lot of dishes yesterday, and this morning I woke up and I was like, and I didn't use gloves. Normally I do, I know, right? And yeah, the skin around my nails was so dry. So I was like, holy, it actually really makes a big difference. Okay, let's shorten these.
Let's shorten these claws, please and thank you. This is, I can't stand it.
So when I do this, I'm gonna kind of go over the e-filing techniques each time because we might have some new viewers. I pull the skin back because, and I kind of go, oh, you can see which part of e-file right now I'm using. You can see that I'm using just kind of the tip.
Just the tip.
Because you can kind of burn the skin if you kind of go like this.
Oh, sure. Yep. I know that feeling.
Whoa, they've grown, eh?
Yeah.
And I'm even looking at it's summer, I guess, too. So I kind of pull the skin back to kind of open this area and pull the skin back here now with this.
Like, look at that. Look at that thumbnail.
Yeah. So I have a feeling that we are going to, because I think with our last video we kind of pushed our luck a little bit because the video was like an hour long. So
yeah, we're gonna have
people were like sleeping probably through the video. So we're gonna do one hand and then we're gonna do the other hand off camera. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. I wanna.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what we're going to be using on my right hand, we're using on the left hand. Yeah. We're not doing any, product comparisons this time around. So, if you see one hand, you see the other, and it's pretty straightforward.
And I'm going to use EFILE
on both, and just everything's going to be the same from one hand to the next, other than the
should I use the
cuticle remover that we just used. Because you know what, to sit for over an hour plus, that's great when you guys have the opportunity to sit down and do that. But it's not very realistic to be doing that, on a common, on a regular basis. So we're gonna try and tighten it up a little.
And we don't have much to say today.
No, not today. No.
So okay, once I lower the product down, that's how I do it. I actually prep. Hold on.
Yes. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties here.
Okay. Alright, so once the product is lower, now I'm going to prep the natural nail with this, and I'm going on a very, very low speed, and I'm just really going very, very lightly.
Very lightly.
You actually find this even more comfortable than using hand file, no?
Yes, I am not a hand file person.
So it's my e-filing skills that are that good.
They are that good, by the way.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so there's a little bit of you can see a callus. So I'm going to kind of get it.
Get it.
Okay, so what do we want to talk about? I wanted to talk about my recent rant that I kind of, a little rant that I had on Facebook and because I watch a lot of nail videos. And
okay, well, let me go get you your soapbox that you can stand on and have your little rant.
Yeah, so I'm gonna rant now on YouTube about that.
Oh boy.
Guys, for God's sake, please don't wipe the gel, uncure the gel with your fingers. Like, I'm seeing this so much lately. I don't know what kind of epidemic that is, but this is unacceptable. I'm sorry, because the thing is, if you
don't get it all over your client.
I know, well, yeah, that too, but what happens is, okay, I don't care what people are doing to themselves, whatever. If you want to get allergic reaction to the product eventually, I guess it's your right. But the sad thing is that people are watching, new people in the industry are watching, and they don't know the difference, and they just think that this is kind of how you wipe things with your bare fingers. And like Topcoat, people were actually like putting glitter on, then putting Topcoat and just kind of wiping like this. I was like, I can't even watch this.
No. Now, I understand that there's going to be times where you're going to get a little product on a client, little here, little there. It's going to happen. But when you're seeing globbity gloops that are being put on people's hands, what are you doing?
I know.
What is wrong with you? Stop yourselves.
Yeah. No, it's so
now, I'm not
dangerous.
saying that about everybody. I mean, I'm not, you know.
Yeah, but like,
doing the finger wagging, you know, at every little thing. It's,
and you know what? I do that sometimes too. But first of all, I wear gloves.
Yes.
Still, that doesn't excuse, you know, anything. But I then use alcohol saturated pad, whatever, and then I wipe my finger just so I'm not then touching my EFILE and touching everything. So, and so what happens is, yeah, so the new people are watching and they don't realize how bad this is. Yeah. And very subconsciously, they're picking up these bad habits. And then...
Oh, and keep your pots clean too, like for your gels and stuff. Like there's times where I've seen people, they're taking their lids off.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You can just see it's just nasty around like the... like where the lid screws in, like please keep that stuff clean. Because
then that kind of leaks and you get it on your skin and eventually, and you know what, allergies are really, really bad because what happens is, okay, so it's, yes, it's allergy, but it's caused by overexposure to a certain ingredient or ingredients. So the exposure must happen to uncured or improperly cured product. Okay, so you really want to avoid that. And every package says, please do not, well, it says no skin contact, right? It says skin irritant. But obviously, I guess people are not reading the packages or the bottles. So over time, and now it's going to be different for every person. So for one person might be 6 months, for one person could be 6 years. So when people say, oh, well, it's nothing ever happened to me, that's like saying, you know, I smoked for 20 years, but nothing happened to me, so that's fine. No, it's not fine, because every doctor...
my grandfather who's 98 years old has smoked his entire life, and look, he's healthy as a horse. Meanwhile, you get the kid who's 23 who now has like stage 4 lung cancer from smoking. It's just like, well, yeah, what works for one may not work for the other.
Depends on genetics too, right? So
exactly.
But dermatologists will tell you, do not touch these products. Chemists will tell you the same thing, and please tell me why the educators are not following these instructions. It's beyond me. Again, if you are kind of doing this to yourself, whatever.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah, like smoking. I used to smoke too, whatever, stupid thing to do. But I wouldn't say that it's a safe practice. And
you know what, at least you weren't smoking and doing nails at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
Which we have seen.
Really?
Not seen like as in...
oh yeah, like on the video.
Yeah, like, but it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
That has been done. It is a practice that definitely...
But I remember when I started in the industry, we had ashtrays. Yeah, next to where the lamps are. Yeah. We had ashtrays. Because people would
but think about the products that you're using and like...
flammable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I know, that's another thing, flammable stuff. Anyway, so let me just kind of finish about the allergic reaction.
Yes.
Because this is serious, very, very serious. And sometimes people might think, hey, you know what, whatever, if I get an allergic reaction, I'll just wear gloves. Gloves don't protect you 100%, and actually now they're saying that gloves actually protect, believe it or not, which is frightening, very, very little. They protect you for a few minutes. And usually, even if you double gloving, so those really thin gloves, they really don't do much. Yeah. When it comes to the acrylates.
I think so you need like those real heavy duty, like 8 mil.
Yeah, so now I wear actually two, I actually find that wearing two thinner gloves, it works better than one thick one. But, so that kind of gives you a bit of a protection, but it's not protecting you 100% because acrylates go through nitrile. I don't think any companies really test their gloves properly with acrylates. So it's really...
well, I mean, we've seen people who have developed allergies who that even still after that try to use gloves. And they're still having problems with their hands.
They can't even touch a pot of gel.
They can't
Anymore.
Yep.
So can you imagine? Say goodbye to your profession.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is no joke, guys. And it's kind of weird because nobody says anything about it. Like, I don't know. Do people just don't know? Like, I don't like to comment on other people's videos because, you know, it's their platform, whatever. Sometimes if I could email or say something personally, I would, but I don't know, like they don't have their email posted and you can't private message. And sometimes, you know, not everybody is really kind of open to critique like that, so I kind of keep quiet, but
you know what, that's their platform, that's where they're doing their thing, and you know, to be calling people out and to be
that's not nice. But the thing is,
or to be even like addressing it with them. I mean, I think it's professional to a certain degree of, you know, privately saying, hey, listen, you know, not for what it's worth, you know, you might want to be mindful of these things, and here's why. But there's a vast majority of people that aren't going to be very open to those critiques and tend to be very closed-minded, very defensive, and you know, you're sometimes just creating more problems than anything else.
I just want to see something.
What you doing?
I'm just kind of finding if I can get in there with this file. Oh, this actually works. You know what, I'm gonna use the other file. This one has a better edge. Oh, I didn't have the metal file to shape the free edge.
Huh?
Am I pinching? You know what's funny? Oh, never mind.
Okay.
It's hard to get into these little corners with the hand file to get this little lifting. So here I'm kind of protecting the skin here with my finger. And the gloves also are a good thing to prevent you from hitting kind of your own skin when you're filing, because when I see sometimes people really get a lot of like callus almost, and a lot of a redness on their skin from just hitting their skin with the file when they're filing. This one always kind of lifts on you, right?
This Yeah.
It would be probably from, it's like little pockets.
What else did we want to talk about?
Oh yeah, because I'm kind of concentrating.
Yeah,
you know what?
It's
kind of when I'm working with clients, sometimes I don't really say much.
Because you're focusing on what you're doing.
And it really makes me work faster that way. Yeah, so I wanted to mention about that rant that I just kind of had on Facebook. But also, actually I'm going to use this file because it has edges that are a little bit less sharp. I'm kind of, you know what, when I was a beginner, I honestly sliced my client's skin once. Like that is such a horrific thing to happen. It kind of scarred me for life. Like I'm scared of these files. It was kind of bleeding.
Doing it, but...
Yeah, no, it was terrible. I actually had to stop, obviously, right? Because she actually started bleeding.
Ooh.
Yeah. And at that point, you can't work on the nail because you just get contamination, right, all over your tools. So
it's like, well, we're done
so
here.
She had to, well, no, I redid the rest of the nails. But I couldn't finish that nail, so she was not too pleased. But you know, it happens, I guess. I was very sorry.
You know what? Things happen. We're human.
Yeah, we're kind of running out of, I guess, topics a little bit. Are we?
For today, it seems we are running out. Yeah, because I know we were going to discuss that, and then there was the.
Oh, okay. I was starting to talk about Jim,
right?
Yeah. About Jim McConnell and Light Elegance.
Yes.
So yes, so he now has this video series. It's called Chemist Corner, and it's actually very interesting. Because he kind of explains everything in a very easy to understand terms, and they're short little videos that are not overly complicated, so kind of you can watch it or listen to them very quickly. So yeah, he was talking about the HEMA and how it's not necessarily a bad ingredient per se, it's just that it's kind of allergenic. So to make sure that when the products contain that ingredient, that we cure them correctly, and that we are just very careful with how we use those products. Just, you know, having respect to what we're doing and the products, right? So all of them they're perfectly safe, especially all the products that are coming from Europe and from, actually, except for, there was this one ingredient that he said it shows up, I'm just gonna use this, in some of the products that come from Poland, which is interesting, yeah. So, yeah, he says the ingredient is highly allergenic, and people develop allergic reactions very quickly to it. So again, I can't remember the name now, but it's in that video. So he just said, you know what, he doesn't recommend using products with that ingredient at all, just because how quickly people can develop allergic reactions to it. But yeah, so all these products, except for maybe that one, are okay if the products are formulated responsibly, and if people are using them correctly. And touching is not the correct use. Okay, so we're going to use Vita Prime. Is it Vita or Vita?
Vita? Vita? It looks like Vita to me.
Okay, so I'm going to, all we need is like very, very tiny amount. So I'm going to use the side of my brush just to kind of, you see, dab it onto the nail. And one brush is enough. So this is acid-based primer, and some people just kind of like freak out when they hear acid. But it's actually not a bad primer. It's good for people that are prone to lifting. And no, it does not eat away at your nail. It does apparently create little pits in the nail, but that's not a bad thing, because we create the same thing kind of with the file, a little bit of texture. So
for those of you who don't follow Jim, go check his stuff out. Yeah. We're gonna put a link below. We highly advise you go check him out. Same with, you know, Doug Schoon.
Yeah.
You know, this is some really solid information that
everybody should know.
Yeah, that everybody within the nail industry should know for sure.
So this one is an old bottle. It's a bonder, but now it's called tack. Their product, tack. So this is a UV cured material. So it's kind of like a bonder, I guess. It's a bonder. I guess it's a bonder.
It's a bonder.
And it has to be cured. This one is very good for using if you're switching clients from liquid and powder, because it has some acetone in it, so it kind of makes the surface of the
nail,
the product not as, it just grips better, apparently. But I use it for everyone that I use Light Elegance products on, well, for hard gels, and I actually like it. Alright, so let's cure this. And now we're going to use One Step. Natural Pink One Step. Oh, I guess I can turn this off. So first, when the client is curing their hand, you can actually get the brush ready. So the brushes, once the gel kind of sits on the brush for a while, they become harder, and especially the synthetic ones. This one is natural hair. I'm gonna actually get both of the brushes ready, just in case I prefer one over the other. This brush is my other favorite brush, and this is from Magic, and it's number 7 sculpting brush. And this is how I see it's not bad. You have to kind of work this into the brush, the gel. Okay, so this is done. So let's use this. So I'm going to use a very small amount. I really like the consistency of this product.
It's a really nice pink.
Yeah, so it's very light pink. Very transparent, very natural looking. And I'm going to do this in 2 coats. I'm going to show you actually how I kind of wrap the free edge, because what happens is the gel, I guess wrapping is just not a good term, but how I deposit maybe the gel around the free edge. Because as the gel is applied, it kind of it rounds off, right? So it kind of moves towards itself, towards the middle. And that kind of exposes the free edge sometimes. So then sometimes when the free edge is too thin, it starts to peel or have issues. So I'm just going to now freeze cure it. Okay, so you see I'm going to do this. Then I have a lot of alcohol on this one here on this side. I'm gonna wipe this. Okay, so this one goes in the light for a few seconds. You can leave it out for like 5 seconds, and I'm just gonna grab a small amount. Okay. And it's a similar kind of way of what I do, similar technique that I would use over with the gel polish. So you see, just depositing, I don't know if you can see it, a little bead. Okay, and I just flash cure it. 1, 2, 3. Can we just have your hand a little bit closer here? So, because if you do this right away, the gel underneath, okay, let me just explain it in a second. Okay, it goes in light. Okay, so let's say when this gel is still wet, and then you go and you add this piece still melts with the other gel, and it will actually pull towards itself. But now that we flash cured this one, it becomes its own surface, and then when we add on the edge, this has nowhere to join. Am I explaining it kind of correctly? Yeah. It makes so much sense in my head. But so now this is not going to move for a few seconds, because eventually it starts to kind of move away again. But 2, 3, okay. You can also do this when, just like this line of product, when people have their first overlay, because that's usually kind of an issue that people are having, is when they do brand new overlay, they kind of have issues with peeling sometimes. And as you could kind of see, I forgot to mention it, but I removed, okay, now it goes in light. I removed some of the gel from the free edge. I'm just gonna reset it now, and we're gonna now cure it. This is important. We're gonna cure it now properly for a proper cycle. So, what was I saying? Someone is not paying attention.
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was actually looking at my other hand.
Okay, so yes, so when the clients, when new nail techs, when they're doing natural nail overlays with these kind of gels, they sometimes have issues with the free edge peeling or cracking or whatever, but it's just because it's too thin in that area, because it shrunk back.
All right.
And yes, it's important. Oops, there's a hair. It's important to then, once everything is flash cured into place or locked into place, it's important to cure the gel for the full cycle.
X amount of time.
Yeah. So, you know, what I find people do very often is they actually apply too much gel. So I'm just going to go over this now with a very thin coat. This looks really good, actually. Yeah, so the free edge is going to look sometimes a little bit lumpy, but of course that can be shaped. But this ensures that we have enough product on the free edge. And also working with thinner coats is kind of safer, because then we know that the product is curing properly, nothing is dripping all over the place, and we're not creating a lot of heat. I'm really liking this pink. I really have to say the Light Elegance gels are very good. Okay, this goes in light. And I'm curing this gel in the CND new lamp. And it's interesting because I actually made a question. I asked a question on my channel. And I'm actually surprised that not too many people, you see I have some gel here, I'm not gonna leave it, I'm gonna wipe it. That not too many people have the new lamp. And one person said that she hates it.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know why she hasn't replied. Why she hates it. So I would love to hear from people what they think. But I love it. I don't have any issues with it. It's great. So now I'm going to use the Light Elegance cleanser.
You know, I've seen these. It was made really good lamps. So.
Yeah.
Like I've never.
And you know, it's so funny because people hate the old lamp. They have issues with the cords.
This is like
really.
Like I mean, we've been using CND lamps for
since they came out with their gel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I remember when we bought the those big boxy.
But we even had
ones.
I know, but before that we had this Brisa lamp, that's 4-finger one too.
Yeah,
that one was really good too. Okay, I'm gonna shape this one. Which one did I use? Okay. You know what? I hate when that happens. I pull out 2 files, one to score the other one, and now I don't know which one is which, so 2 of them are garbage. So, I mean, you know, once they're used. So now you'll see how I shape these by hand.
Why did you decide to shape by hand?
I don't know, I just kind of like shaping by hand lately. Actually, you know what? No, I'm lying. I don't know, just for a change, I guess. Because I'm just thinking back, like on my clients, what I do. And I usually use electric file. But it's not a bad idea to kind of show the viewers that don't have electric file how to shape.
However, if they are interested in learning, if you are interested in learning out there about how to hand file and stuff like that, we have other videos where we go through that in a little more in depth. Feel free to go through our channel. They're somewhere.
You know, I'm actually going to go over
I don't mean to be, you know, non-specific, just that there's a lot of videos and I couldn't tell you exactly which one it is off the top of my head, but they're there. They are there. And this gives you a great reason to go through all of our videos, watch them, see what they're all about.
And hit a like
and
on
you know,
all of them.
Hit that like, you know, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Ask a question.
Yeah, we were supposed to answer some questions.
Yes, we were supposed to do a little bit of the FAQ, and we just didn't get around to actually getting the questions kind of printed off or ready. We're just not prepared today. We're off our game.
You know what happened too? We're looking at different cameras, so that kind of...
Yes.
I don't know, it's just... I lost my focus.
Yeah.
And then we just got a new...
camera stand?
Camera stand. So that's kind of
so we've been setting
exciting.
That up and
yeah, so it's
stuff.
kind of like when your mind is somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're always trying to improve on our videos. We're, you know, new equipment. You know, testing it out, you know, going to the store and we're checking out different things. We're doing our research. You know, and today was one of those days where we were out and about and checking out some cameras and trying to provide better videos for you, the viewer.
So yeah, I have to actually ask some people around what they think. So if you guys know, if you
Are you a YouTuber?
Film? Yeah.
Do you do some filming? Let us know what you use. Leave a comment down below with what cameras you use, what lamps you use,
but
whatever.
Also, yeah, but
we
the thing is, yeah, like, and I want to hear from people that actually do nails or film nails because
yes,
it's probably you use slightly different lenses and whatever
and
for makeup
versus,
and
you know, someone who's doing yeah, doing makeup or doing other styles of YouTube videos. So.
All right, so I'm going to
switch over to the EFILE.
I'm wondering if I'm gonna do this. I like this bit sometimes.
So why are we switching back and forth now?
I don't know. I'm just crazy today. I'm telling you.
You're just all over the place today.
So the EFILE, I don't use it for speed ever.
And we always drive that point.
Yeah, because
this is
people
not
are like,
speed.
oh, if I get EFILE, am I gonna get faster?
No.
Well, yeah, maybe eventually, but that should not be the reason why you get EFILE.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, that is not the sole purpose why you get an EFILE. You get it for precision.
Yeah.
That's why
I just find
you get
that
it.
Once I kind of set my hand into a certain position and my finger, I can get a really good angle that remains very the same.
Very the same.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
All right. So I'm going to use the Super Shiny, which is Light Elegance Topcoat, which I really, really like. It really stays shiny and it stays very bright as well. It doesn't have a yellowing kind of happening after a while. Actually, when I'm working on clients and I'm not filming, I like working on a black background because it helps me to see the nail. When you're working with a light background, you kind of...
it's easy to not see as well. But when you're filming, you kind of need, you know, the white gloves and the white background. So
yeah, because otherwise I find the camera kind of picks up too much. I don't know, something. something. Yeah. Where should I go with this? This video is just like so weird.
I thought we were supposed to be doing this like we were doing one hand. It was supposed to be short, and it's like we are not having a short video at all.
But you know what?
There's hand filing. There's electric filing, EFILE filing. There's buffers. There's three hand files.
I know.
I mean, it's like I'm surprised we're not using like 4 different lights at this point.
I know. You know what?
I don't know.
We all have those days.
It's one of those days today. It's
yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
So when I wipe the nail, I always wipe the ends as well. Because most people just kind of go like this, but there's sometimes oil, and people, when we're not looking,
scrub a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
because people scratch their skin, and the skin has oils, and that's why sometimes the top coat tends to pull back. It's because there was something on that nail.
Right out.
All right, so let's do the top coat. You seeing something? Super shiny. Also, I make sure that the surface of the gel is dry before I put the top coat on, because otherwise it's not going to be good. And another important thing is, when you're doing the top coat or even colors, did I just touch it? I did. Another thing, don't touch the nails.
Don't touch the nails.
No, it's the important thing is, because very often what people do is they kind of forget about the sides. So I'm going to, because I kind of messed up a little bit, I'm going to put you in the light for a few seconds. Just gonna wait for the 3 seconds. Okay. Yep. Pull it out.
Okay.
So yes, I deposit the majority of the top coat a little bit away from the skin, then go with a drier brush, and at this point I pull the skin back and I kind of turn the finger a little bit. Well, actually I turned the head to the side to really get this, because sometimes when people are trying to get the corners and they don't really turn the finger, then you really can't see, you're not putting enough pressure. And actually there's something in there. Same thing goes for a shellac base coat, well, gel polish base coat, because that could be one of the reasons why the polish chips, because the base coat was not applied properly. Especially on the sides, the corners. You see what I'm doing here? I'm turning, making sure that everything is wrapped properly. I'm gonna wait this, okay, just for a few seconds. All right, so again.
How can you have taken that long on one hand?
Well, the camera has been working before.
By about 3 minutes.
We'll see.
58 minutes and 18 seconds.
This is what happens when, okay, when we talk and work. It's getting worse. And now I'm going to use a fresh piece of cotton, whatever that is. I'm such a great teacher.
You know what, this is, guys, this has been happening the last couple of days. I mean, yesterday was really bad.
I'm forgetting words.
Yeah, you were forgetting everything. You were getting so mad. Trying to remember pretty much every little thing. That thing over there with the
thing.
The thing.
All right. Let's see how these babies turn out.
Babies.
And what I do with clients, sometimes maybe I don't talk about it when I'm kind of doing demos like this, but I also, once I'm done,
you apply cuticle oil.
No, it's not a cuticle oil. I take another, I have like just alcohol here, and then I wipe the nails again.
What is not cuticle oil?
When you remove cuticle, why would you be putting cuticle oil? It's a nail oil.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nail treatment oil.
I'm sorry. Nail treatment oil.
Oh, okay. So this is, I had a viewer, this is your Q&A, asking what kind of oil it is. So I like this oil because I like the
Who's
bottle.
it by?
It's En Vogue.
Oh.
Renew and Repair. It's kind of lavender smelling.
And it's got some
jojoba. Tubes.
Sorry, it's just you're moving your hand around, and that's what it looked like it said.
Okay, it has, okay, so you can see the ingredients. I don't know what it is.
So good though.
Okay, it has, yeah, it has some, okay, some oils.
Jojoba? Some jojoba. And no, that's not how you actually pronounce it. I'm just being an idiot. Don't worry. It's normal. Okay, just like jalapenos.
Jalapenos, yes.
Jalapenos.
So at the end of the service...
Oh, my hand looks pretty. My nails are short again.
Okay, let's see before and after. Well, you can...
Oh, what did you just put on my hand? That's that CND, what lotion is it?
The black cherry. It's nice, eh? You don't like it?
No, not anymore.
Okay. Can I see both hands? Before and after.
Look at those.
Nice, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
It's been an hour. We're so sorry. Like, subscribe, check out our Patreon, go through our videos, like some more stuff. Be awesome, ask some questions.
And be kind.
And be kind. Be kind to one another. There's no reason to be a jerk.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Ciao for now.